Hey everybody, this is Michelle and this is our little blue house. Pardon my eyes, I've been having really terrible allergies today. So they're a bit itchy and a little red. I've been rubbing them way too much today. So I wanted to jump in and do a quick video. I know though it's only been 12 days since we moved in, 13 days. And I've been very excited on all of my videos, and I'm still very excited, but I also want to show the things that aren't so exciting. So I thought today was the day that I had quite a few sort of downers, and I might as well share them with you. So as you guys probably know, I'm putting in a fall garden, just a little bitty one, a couple of containers and a raised bed that we're still actually building. Hopefully it will be filled by Saturday. And it's been brutally hot. And I transplanted some of my plants that I had been growing inside. And I did it yesterday in the evening, or the day before in the evening. And I actually was doing really, really well. But I think that I might have been a little too excited a little too soon. So I'm going to turn the camera around. I'm going to show you guys what I have done so far and what I am learning from the things that I have done so far. So let me just turn the camera around. So to start with, that's my mess from all of the gardening that I've been doing the last 2 days, which is going to get picked up in just a little while. But if you look right here, this is the remains of the little indoor garden that I had planted at the apartment and had ready to go. Now it looks like all of this on this side here is basil, and it looks like it might be perking back up a little bit. I think it got a little too hot today. I dragged it back into the sunshine, out of the sunshine I should say, so it looks like it might be recovering a little bit. But there were a couple of, what's the word I'm looking for, casualties. So I had a lovely little harvest off my tomato plants this morning, so I don't have too many orange pieces left on my tomato plants at the moment. There's still some growing, but I plucked most of them this morning. So, and right there, if you look right at the that particular one right there, it used to have a little teeny tiny pepper plant that I thought might or might not actually grow. I have yet to manage to grow a pepper plant. It was my second attempt, and some little beastie came by and ate it. So, and if you look really closely right here, you will see that somebody chomped on that piece of basil as well. So I'm hoping that my basil will survive. I was going to transplant it over to the pot with the other tomato in it, but I had a little trouble with that because, let me get up here. This is what happened to my other poor little tomato. Well, first, before I get to it, my beans are doing fairly well. I think they're doing really, really well. That one looks like it has a little bit of a crimp in it, and I'm not sure if it's going to recover or not, but it's tootling along like it might. So I'm going to keep my fingers crossed. And then way over here, this is where I moved it to get it out of the direct sun. I have a tomato plant that looks like it has been fried, poor little thing, and it might just be wilting from the heat and the sun, so I hope I moved it out of the way in time. And then I have this piece of mint here that also appears to be suffering from the transplant, so we'll see if that works or not. Luckily I have a lot of mint left over there, so, and not that they're very big yet, but someday. See all my little cups from planting, but here I have got two beautiful little cucumber plants popping up there, and another one popping up over there. This, if you can see right in the center of that cup, is another pea, and it's right in the middle of that cup right there. So that was pretty good. I was pretty happy about that. And as far as the landscapers, they did such a great job. They cleaned up this entire side of the house, and we're gonna try not to go too far down because, you know, the main street gets pretty loud, but they did clean up all of this and they mulched everything. This was very much overgrown. So they got this whole side of the house, which is wonderful. They did the front yard flower beds, but I'm not going to go up there because it is in the afternoon on a traffic time. So I'm going to go up there. Come on, Jackson, let's go. I've got my dog out here in the yard with me. He seems to really enjoy coming out here with me. So it makes me very happy. And if you can tell, they did some landscaping down there. You can see the mulch down there on that bed and also in the front. And they did pull up way down there. I think they pulled out all those silly lilies that make me crazy. So hopefully that's it. But it looks like, other than removing leaves from about right here down, there's a whole bunch up here that I'm still gonna have to clean out at some point, going all the way around the back. I gotta get that cleaned up. And there's my dog. He's found something. All right, so anyways, as far as today went, I feel really good about my beans. I'm actually really pleased because the pea that, I know peas don't really like to be transplanted, but I think this pea that I transplanted to the bottom of this bean plant so that they could grow up together actually perked back up. I think it got attacked by that little burrowing creature at some point. So it actually looks a lot better than it did whenever I put it over there earlier today. So we are getting there, and it is a little sad to see such wilting, but also a little tiny ray of hope right there. So I think that's gonna be a bean, my very, very first bean right there. So yeah, today wasn't all sunshine and roses. It was a lot of sunshine, maybe not all the roses. And I may have lost a tomato plant, but I think I am doing okay with everything else. I actually may decide to leave that tomato plant in that container because I'm afraid that I don't know if I want to transplant it because I don't want it to die. But we'll see. I want it to be in the bed. So maybe whenever I fill this bed up and get everything transplanted over there or planted over there, then that will be fine. But it has been brutally hot. So that is really it for today. You can tell I have my very first fancy garden hose attachment right there. And I've been really, really excited to be out here working in my almost there little garden. It's only going to take up this part of the house for the first bit, but hopefully it will do what I need it to do. So all right, it's getting a little windy, which is good because it has been brutally hot, but now it looks like I'm going to get a little cool breeze to cool off. So maybe my tomato will perk back up a little bit once it cools down. Anyways, thanks for watching, and thanks for if you have any comments below on how I can just, save my poor things if they're wilty or dying. I'm hoping they bounce back. I'm hoping this is all transplant shock. They seem to be doing fairly well, so I'm gonna go for it. This one has already wrapped itself around the top of this, well, not the top, but wrapped its top around this little stake. So that's looking pretty good. It's nice and sturdy. Like I said, that one's got what appears to be a bean growing. And this one is also starting to, wrap itself right up around that stem. So the only one I'm really, really super concerned about at the moment is this one. And that's because it keeps trying to fall over. So we'll see. But anyways, again, thank you so much for watching. And this was our little blue house. This is day 13, and I'm really still very excited. I had a lovely little harvest of 7 tiny tomatoes and a bowl full of blueberries this morning. So even with the bad that came along today, or the pseudo bad, I guess, there's some good showing in here too. So good and the bad. Bye guys.